Welcome back. Welcome back to another week of Face Off Around the Culture, your number one show for HBCU Band. I'm your host, Horatio.
It's Vidal. How y'all doing this week?
Hey, man, I'm very excited. Back at it again. This is episode 3 of this great season, the Band Renaissance
Mhm.
2025, my brother. How are you feeling about the season? We had another great line of matchups. We had a battle of the bands. We had lots of great stuff happen this week, man. How you feeling about this week in band?
This was a unique band week for this far early into the season, man. We get a little taste of these powerful matchups, and then we got the HBCU PWI matchups as well. So it's getting real interesting out there in this band world, man.
Yeah. We talked about last week how like normally it felt like the PWI games are normally the week before, but now we had a lot of
Mhm.
them this week. So we're gonna get into some of that. So look, every week we have a topic that brings in the theme of the week. And since this is the band renaissance, every band is doing good in 2025. That means you're gonna have some upsets. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of like
Absolutely.
a legacy check. Really, it's really is your program. Are you really who you say you are? Are you not basing it on history? What about right now? So this week's theme is the pressure of the throne. The pressure of the throne,
Pressure
meaning
Throne.
meaning being the giant in the band means everybody is gunning for you, but are you giving
Target.
your best as well? So the pressure
Hmm.
of the throne, we have a lot of bands that was honestly cooling off their reputation for the longest time. And in 2025, the band Renaissance, you cannot do that anymore. All right, it's the pressure of the throne. Are you really who you say you are? What you got on the topic, the pressure of the
Look,
throne?
look. You have to remain aware and vigilant of everything that's going on in the band world. You have to, everybody's a threat. Everybody's a threat. You can't coast. You can't wait. Everyone is gunning for you. If you even, not even let's say you at the top. If people think you at the top, if
Right.
people think you're a good band, or
Mhm.
they'll come up off your name, the target is on. You have to show and prove, man. The same stuff that you've been doing, the same strategies, it will not work. And this is the band renaissance, the enlightenment period. The truth's coming out, man. The truth is coming out, man.
It's coming out. And look, and that's what we're gonna talk about this episode too. Also, and just a question for us to loop back around. Do you think that these legacy programs sometimes underestimate like hunger challenges? Like a lot of these bands want to make a name for themselves and they're gonna make a name off of you. All right.
Right?
And in 2025, you cannot be caught slipping. So we're gonna talk about that. And just another question is when is the last time you saw a top tier band actually get outplayed? So those are going to be the topics for today.
Mhm.
As we, get throughout the whole week and rundown. But let's start with this, man. Like you said, we mentioned earlier, a lot of HBCU money games this week. HBCUs playing a lot of top tier D1 schools. But we know as in the band,
Right.
it's a bad weekend for the football team, but it's a great weekend for the band
Oh
because
yeah.
the fans have almost never seen they have almost never seen a HBCU band, and they love it. So we got to talk about Ohio State and Grambling, A&T versus UCF. But what do you make apart like when you go to these PWI games as an HBCU band? Like, what's the experience that you've taken from it, as well
Look,
as what the students are taking from it right now?
I got the perfect analogy for you, man. It's it's the reverse for the football teams in the band. So you know how they pay the football teams to come over and get an easy dub off the
Mhm.
lower ranked schools or whatever. It's the reverse for the band. We go in there.
Right.
It's an easy dub. You getting your fifth songs out. You getting the crowd reaction. You start feeling like, yeah,
Yeah.
man, we something. It's to get your confidence up for the season. Get that little
Yeah.
ego boost before you gotta go out and face real competition 2 3 weeks later on. And
Right.
I think that just for band culture is good to just have those moments where you just feel appreciated for the
Yeah.
simple fact of we have this unique style, man. It's good to feel that sense of appreciation on the outside because we can be critical, but we're critical because in HBCU culture the standards is so high. The things that you get away and function at these PWIs and these games, these away games, don't necessarily cut it at home because we've seen it before. And also, it's a good
Mhm.
good environment to experience. Just to be in a band, to be in a mega packed football game where people are there for the game. A lot of times with
Yeah.
HBCUs, they are there for the game and you. So the
Mhm.
challenge is, but we do a really good job at it because the HBCU bands are like that, show
Right.
styles like that. Is that even in the midst of the big scope of the game, they're able to draw the attention to themselves in those moments. A
Right.
lot of times
So
better than these home bands.
yeah, I want to go back to what you just said. We feel like we need to be celebrated. Do you feel like at these HBCU games we're not celebrated because now our culture is different? Where the band PWI bands, I don't feel like they feel like they're going against each other. I don't think they even care
Mhm.
about the other band across. Where
Yeah, yeah,
we are simply going to compete against the other band, and so and we've seen this. Like I don't know if it depends on your high school background, but let's say your high like if you go to a core style competition, it's not like a high step competition in high school. Like
yeah.
you walk past another high school band in a high step competition, they staring you down. They not playing with you, right? But you go to a DC a core style competition, they clap you on. Hey guys, you did a great job. You're not getting any of that at a high step competition. You're gonna get
No, you're not.
you suck. You're gonna get all of the stuff that we kind of carry on to the HBCU culture. So I just think that it is kind of eye opening when you do go to a PWI game because like you said, the fanfare is a little bit different than HBCU, but also the other band shows you love, which is something that we're kind of not used to.
Yeah, yeah, I completely agree with it. It just kind of, this is, I was thinking about this today. The band head is actually like really insane, bro. We're really crazy. We're
Yeah.
really,
Why you say
really
that?
crazy. We're gonna touch on this topic another bit, a little bit, but I think this first part is we go in looking to get the attention and have large, very unwritten criteria to what we think is good that the outside people who are not in this
Right.
culture have no idea, nor do they really care
No clue.
about. But we
Right.
want this to be catered to us in such an unwritten way
Right.
that really doesn't make sense to
Hmm.
anybody else.
Right.
We are saying, bro,
Yeah.
we're
Perfect
crazy.
example of that is this week. Grambling played Ohio State, right? And
Hmm.
if you see the videos of Ohio State of Grambling there, I'm looking at this video like, I mean, Grambling's good. I'm over here like judging them. But the band, the even Ohio State's band, they're playing something like normal as neck. And that's another thing too, going to these PWI games. We don't have to bring out our best stuff. Like this is neck they're playing, which is a baseline for every HBCU band to have. And they're like, oh my God, this is so great. When we're like, okay, well, the UFO wasn't that good. It's like we're kind of looking for something, but you're right. That,
Hmm.
that actually does make a lot of sense. The bandheads are actually psychopaths. we have a
We crazy.
criteria of what you have to meet in order for your whole day to even be good. You
Hmm.
know, so so yeah, man, we're gonna loop back around on the PWI games because it is a good feeling, and just in general when you go to like I don't know if you ever you performed at an NFL game at Jackson State.
Nah, I never did NFL game. I did. If we talking about PWI games, I did USM and UNLV.
Okay. Yeah, at A&T we
Hmm.
did Duke and we did a Panthers game, and that was
Oh.
another like type of like ovation where you go like, whoo, like you felt you felt like a act, like a an act during a stadium,
Hmm.
in that type of environment, just based on the fanfare that you're getting from the crowd. So yeah, man, those type of events are great for HBCU bands because honestly, man, we need some glazing, man. Like us, we go into
Yes,
these
bro.
HBCU band battles and stuff with our head down and angry and what I'm saying, gritting up. Sometimes we need that love, and that's a part of it. So the glazing from the PWI bands, we accept all of that. All right, we appreciate it. If you are going to see an HBCU band, glaze them as much as you can because they deserve it.
Please. Exactly. Because it's like you will work hard all this week and like, y'all
Okay,
better appreciate this
okay.
step too,
What
man.
you for sure. Because when we leave, it's back to y'all band. All right. And we see how and they hype over us. So we see how they get down. All right. Let's go ahead and start. Let's start close to home. Let's start in Virginia. All right. This
Okay.
past weekend
Okay.
was the Labor Day Classic. And look, I don't care what y'all say. Norfolk State right now is popping. Popping. I know
Mm.
Coach Michael Vick is the head coach, but I've been seeing a lot from them as far as like just the school brand is really growing. So shout out to Norfolk State. So them going against Virginia State, I mean, their games have been sold out. People have been talking. People want to see the team, but of course, like we said, that goes along with the band. So we have Virginia State in going to Norfolk State this year. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the battle. Virginia State, again, they know it's a band renaissance too. They deeper than usual. What you think about their
Mm-hmm.
size and how they, because we talked about it last week. We haven't seen anything from Virginia State this year. So this is my first time even seeing them. What do you think about them, just seeing them for this year? They have a different sound. I mean, a different size, a lot bigger, a lot more low brass. What you think?
Um, Shout out to Virginia State, man. I've seen a lot of leading up to the season. Virginia State has done a lot of promotion of their band program. I've seen a lot of small shorts on YouTube, some TikToks videos, some things in there. So it seems I said this in the first episode. Virginia State comes with a presence of like, yes, we are Virginia State. We are a well respected program, and we have a lot to show and a lot to do when we show up to these events and football games. So shout out to them presentation wise. I know you were talking about Norfolk State, but I want to allude to Virginia State also doing a good job of putting themselves out there and having a good look on their program. As far as the band size this year, they're still in the right. They're still in the range of their normal size, but the optics is different, right? So let me say what I mean by that. Virginia State will have
Right.
like a solid size, but then one year they might just have an extra large drum line. It seems like for no reason, and the horn player section is not as
Mm-hmm.
big. So I feel like they've added
Right.
more horn players to that overall central size of the band.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And to
Hmm.
me, in my notes I have, man, first of all, I have just tubas. I mean, we've always known
Yeah,
Virginia State to
man.
have great tubas and
Come on,
horsepower,
man.
but man, I
Hmm.
mean, they aren't losing it. They aren't losing it, man. Shout out to them. I have tubas in good low brass. Now, here's what I will say about this battle, guys. MEAC CIAA schools, I need y'all. We talked about this. I need you guys to get
Yeah.
better with the fifth quarter game, the game of the fifth quarter, the game of entertaining. Of course, I feel like Norfolk State won this battle, but to me, it was very close. This wasn't good for Norfolk State, in my opinion, to have
Mhm.
Virginia State this close to you. Like, this is the closest I've ever seen this battle in particular, the Labor Day Classic. This is the
Yeah.
closest battle I've ever seen between them. This is like A&T versus Central, where Central is normally like, I mean, where A&T is normally like, Central, whatever. And then, but now Central's like, oh, we're gonna have to actually like, we're gonna actually have to see
Play
them.
do something. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So I'm excited to see what Virginia State does. I mean, this was a big, um, like for me, this is like, I'm like, wow, like this gave them a lot of like stock in my opinion. So shout out to Virginia State.
Mhm.
That's all I really have. I put NSU with the W, but it was very close, too close for the history of this school, which is ties back into our theme. Like, you guys are gonna mess around and get upset by these bands that you looked at as weak. And that's what
Mhm.
it is this year, 2025, man. A lot of these bands are pushing upsets or are changing narratives based on their programming and their identity.
I can see how you say that because a lot of what we've seen from NSU just this year, I don't even think this was one of their better showings. I
Right.
went and watched this fifth, and I said, I heard a couple of these songs before, and I was like, oh, they played this at Family and Friends Day. So I went and pulled up. I'm like, all this stuff back when they was in the gym, it sounds so much better. I don't know why it seems like they just took the week off as far as the attention to detail, the
Mhm.
focus, because it didn't seem like the energy was invested in. We about to dig them in the dirt and show a clear difference.
Right.
I didn't get that type of energy from that,
Mhm.
and I appreciated. Okay, actually, I really didn't appreciate the ideas behind the play calling. I enjoyed the individual songs themselves,
Mhm.
but I'm seeing from both bands, I'm like, they play that and you play this. It doesn't match up, it doesn't agree, and
Right.
it's the ebbs and flows of trying to take a round or set the tone for the next round.
Mhm.
It didn't flow very well. If you This is my idea about just back and forth with bands, right? If you are starting around, let's say you're the away and you play first.
Mhm.
If you play your first song and then your second song is a response to their first song, you have given them the power for
Right.
the rest of the battle. You
Hmm.
have given them, and to me, that's psychologically you tricked in yourself. It's like we have to prove to be better than what they do. No,
Right.
they should be trying to play catch up to you. You
Hmm.
play first. You set the tone.
Yeah, we talked about this last season. Talk about just taking the bait, right? Like being your own, like moving in your own identity, and that's something that you don't see these bands really do. They don't really come in with a plan as far as okay, we're going to play our game as this. They're just playing songs that they have, and that's the
Hmm.
difference between the entertainment value between the SWAC schools and the MEAC schools and the CIAA schools is that the SWAC schools they understand that the fifth quarter is very important, and they're playing their own game in order to win the crowd. I feel like in these battles, they're like, well, the game is over. We're going to play a couple songs and then we're going to leave. It's not necessarily like,
Hmm.
but that is why I love that Virginia State really came and played and really, I mean, sound wise, they weren't too far away from Norfolk State. So I'm like, this is the type of competition that we need in order for us to really get in our bag because now we really have, like, Virginia State to me, that band was not a band that you go, like you couldn't do that to that Virginia State,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. So as that continues, you're gonna have to actually show up, or you're gonna take an L. You know what I'm saying? So this is the
Hmm.
last year where bands can be comfortable for riding off your legacy. And Norfolk State, they rolled off their legacy, they won. But this is an example where you're gonna have to take it to another level, even for Virginia State, even for somebody who was
Exactly.
like the little brother. Nah, you got to show up, man. You got to really give the crowd what they want, get the crowd something new. Roger says too many bands are going in with a set list and can't pivot. Now, look, we love a good plan, but you got
Hmm.
to be able to have okay. This is good for the crowd. This is gonna get this is if they play a battle, we play a battle. We want to lighten the mood. You got to have game plans, and a lot of these bands don't, and that's what keeps them in the tiers that they're in. It's not that they don't
Hmm.
have the size or the marching mechanics or whatever. It is the fact that up here we're not playing it up here, and I feel like we saw that with this battle. So shout out to Norfolk State, Virginia State. Anything more on them, or you want to go ahead and move on?
My last thing I would say with with Virginia in particular, they love to, or I'm in Virginia, say we love to. I'm include
Mhm.
myself, even though this doesn't pertain to me.
All right.
Have the fifth quarter and then the short fifth plus the drum line block up at the end. If you
Mhm.
gonna give me 3-4 or a 17-minute fifth instead of like a 25-minute, a thirty
Right.
minute fifth,
Mhm.
allow that to be very, very entertaining, very
Right.
engaging.
Right. Right. Definitely, man. All right, well, let's move on. Let's move on. And look, I want to show y'all, for example, we're gonna have a lot more to talk about with these other battles because these battles are more swag, the more, what I'm saying? So they have more meat and potatoes to them, right? Just let you know. Now, watch when we talk about the other bands, we're gonna have a lot more to talk about. So that is based on the director. You have to give the crowd something to talk about. Like, we're really pushing that this year for our MEAC and SWAC schools. All right,
Hmm.
let's get into Alabama A&M and Alcorn. Okay, let's start off with this. Right now, we haven't done this in a while,
Right.
but we as a podcast have a thing where we put songs into retirement. We feel like these songs are too overplayed. All right, and Alcorn started off this battle with me with one of those songs, and that song is "Black and Blues." Come on, man. There is Black and Blues is a zero quarter song. It's been played way too much. It's a song that we've all played in high school, and I today want to submit Black and Blues as a song that needs to be retired until the near future. We know what it sounds like. We got it. It's too hack. So
Hmm.
Alcorn started with this song, and immediately when I heard it, I said immediately, this is going in there. This is going into the retirement. What you think about Black and Blues getting inducted into the band retirement?
Like when they first played Black and Blues, I paused the video. I just sat there in silence. I said, I don't know what to do with this, man. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Dude,
But
this
it's like
this goes into why we're delusional, bro. This goes into why they're delusional, right?
right because a
Because
normal person would be like, "It's a song. They sound good."
right,
No, it's
no,
not. It's not.
to the retirement home of Black and Blues. I don't want to see Black and Blues play in the fifth for another 5 to 10 years, man.
Whew. Right.
5 to 10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
2035 is when is when
Black and Blues.
this song has to be played again. Let's go to a comment. John says band battle strategy is key. It's just intricate as coaching, play calling, in sports. We have to and you have to call the same plays, and who you have calling the plays, excuse me, is in the band is important. Some bands just have better strategists, right? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Roddy says Black and Blue should never be playing the fifth. That's an in-game filler. I'm gonna be honest with you, Roddy. In game, it's marching out the stadium filler. It is marching
It's
into
a
the stadium.
field
Come
goal
on,
kick,
man.
bro. It's a
In
field
game,
goal.
you play Black and Blues with some band heads in the third quarter, man. So they're gonna be like, hey man, pack it up, pack it
Yeah,
up.
bro. They
You
ain't
do
got
that
no
when you go
songs
into
for
the
the
playoffs.
fifth, man. They why I just because it wasn't a bad Black and Blues. It wasn't a
Oh,
bad Black and
it
Blues.
was good.
It was
And that's
alright.
the thing. If you play one of these songs in the retirement, it better be good. Don't
Mm-hmm.
play I forgot one of the songs we had in there, man. I'm like skin I'm
You're
in.
gonna
Something like that. Yo,
right.
comment some songs that you think should be in the band retirement. I forgot what songs we put in there, but all the songs you played in high
Mm-hmm.
school, SOS, songs like that. You know what I'm
400
saying?
degrees.
Four, 400 degrees. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Put some in the comments. Okay, Alabama A&M, Alcorn. So they started off with that. So that already had my
Yes.
mind going like, ugh. Can we ban neck to neck? All right, no, hold on.
No.
So you have to understand. You have to understand. Neck is like a staple.
Yes.
Neck is something that is beyond us at this point. Like neck is something that every band has to have. It's a part of like the school, pep
Yeah. It's a
song or whatever.
prerequisite now. It's like
Right, right.
Glad or
Yeah, I'm
whatever.
so glad. Right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
You gotta
Big
have it.
Ballin' definitely one. Aaron says Big Ballin'. That's definitely a song that we can retire. But okay. So they start off with that. um Alcorn. Okay, well, what do you think about this battle in totality? Just how do you
Okay.
think about
In totality, I had A&M winning. And A&M winning. Had them taking it pretty clearly to me. I gave Alcorn like one round.
it? Hmm.
This was another instance where I felt like Alcorn began responding to A&M later in the matchup in the later rounds, like 4 or 5 rounds. And I think A&M just sounded much better and was cleaner than Alcorn. And
Hmm.
I want to give it up to A&M. They play calling in this fifth was
Right.
really good.
Yeah.
It was really good. The lineup of songs they had and the order they had them, they was taking people on a band journey.
Right.
It was
Right.
hard to come back to a lot of these things, even though it was they had the control, even though they went second.
Right. Right.
Hmm.
I put A&M sounds good, man. They a lot of power. I didn't really love every arrangement, but the execution is what really made them win.
Yeah.
I feel like A&M, man, is really like somebody that you really got to see this year. I mean, we talk about this every band. Every band is like, come on, man, A&M is really killing it. But
Hmm.
Alcorn to me, I mean, they had a let's see, calling all the monsters. I thought was good.
Hmm.
A&M played Money on Money, and they played He Loves Me. Now, if you go back and watch that battle, them He Loves Me, and Alcorn played Wetter, right?
Yep. I
You
like
can
that one though.
see, I did too, but you can see
Yeah.
the difference in the programs, right? Of
Hmm.
like, I feel like Alcorn, I mean, A&M was really like saucing it. Like they take, it's like a nice date. They take you there or whatever, but Alcorn just wanted to get you in the back of the train of the truck, you know. So I feel like that was a good example of like, and that's why I chose them based on that battle. I feel like
Hmm.
A&M really like took their time with it, and just the style of the ballad. I feel like A&M did a better job. But yeah,
Yeah, I agree with that one. I it was a close one to me because when I look at the rounds like sound pairings, even though Weather came after He Loves Me, that was still part of that next round.
right,
It was part of the next round since Alcorn
right.
started off. So I ended up giving them that round because what did A&M play? I can't quite remember. But this is like right before they started doing the rap tunes.
Yeah.
But I like the power that Alcorn had in the battle. They showed up good presence and they sounded pretty good and solid. This
Hmm.
was as solid an all-core band, well-rounded as I feel like in this early in the season it could possibly be. But A&M tone quality wise was on another level, and they just seemed really locked in, and their play calling was great.
Yeah.
I don't know what the idea with Black and Blues is in the first like song, because imagine like being in the band, bro. Imagine
Yeah.
horns up, your first song,
First song of
you-
the fifth,
Black and
Black
Blues.
and
You
Blue.
like
Like, come on, man. You start
you
boning.
take a little before you even breathe the
Right.
play, you just like,
Yeah. I feel like I love Alcorn's aggression, but to
hmm
me, where they lost this battle was in rounds 3 or 4. Y'all can go back and look at it. The upper brass and the two, but they had a lot of hit or miss spots in their music, throughout some of these
hmm
rounds. And to me, that cost them the battle. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
I want to see how they sound next week. We're gonna get into who they play next week in our predictions round, but they got some good. Alcorn got some good gems in their playbook as well. You know what I'm saying? We
yeah,
can't sleep on them. And as the season goes by, I'm excited to see what they continue to do. So let's go ahead and move on to our next battle, which to me, this battle is the reason why I chose the title or the theme. The theme
hmm
being the pressure of the throne. All right, is who is living off of their legacy. All right, a legacy check. And I felt like this battle between Alabama State and Southern University really proved that. Now we talked about at the beginning, I think episode 2, the national battle of the bands, how Alabama State or whatever battle it was, the Alabama State did a fantastic job at just showing up and being them. And I feel like they did
hmm
a great job in this battle. I mean, when the last time you seen a giant like Southern take a L at the crib? First of all, if you look at the video, Alabama
listen,
State looks great in that corner.
yeah,
They look good. I'm like, oh, they feel it. They fill it out very well. So that
yeah,
got me excited already. Because I never played in Mumford, but
yeah,
that stadium, the corner or just that block, it looks, it could be, it could be
yeah.
deceiving.
No, dude.
You know,
After this one, I was like, yeah, they're gonna move big people back over to the other corner.
back over to the other side, man. So yeah, man, let's get into it, yo.
Man, look, listen. This is when I came into it, right? I looked at this battle, just straight surface level, before the first song hit. I said, this is early in the season. This is Southern at home. I know exactly how this is gonna go. And it
Mm,
went exactly on Southern's end. I know exactly what they was gonna do. They was gonna play 3 or 4 long lip tunes, all in that full ensemble sound,
mhm.
not really aggressive with power like that,
Right.
with maybe a colorful bridge here and there,
Mhm.
and then it's gonna be one of those battles where Southern just did Southern, and they're gonna leave it to the other band whether they win or lose that or
Right.
not.
Right. Right. But I wasn't expecting that though. I was expecting them to
Really.
be like, "Hey, this is not again. Everybody's leaning on their legacy, man. It's 2025, guys. This is not. It's not going to happen like that, anymore. So let's do my notes. I put Bama packed the section nice, started fast with energy. Southern came back with ring, ring, ring. It was cool. Again, when you at home and you gotta be, it can't be cool. It can't be like it was good. And I think they played it. I forgot what was their first game, but they played it before, and I thought it was better there than this
Mhm.
showing. So I was like, okay. I said Alabama State is very energy filled. New band. They are excited. Southern is
Yes.
everybody's Super Bowl, but they aren't giving it their best. I put Southern equals Alabama, the school Alabama. You know how Alabama just lost, right? And
Yeah.
how all these schools are coming for Alabama because they have a new coach. Same kind of deal. Like these bands are filling out Southern like, y'all not really like that, like how we thought y'all was. You
hmm
know what I'm saying? Like, so I put Alabama State second song was Hail Mary. Great job. Southern played back a ballad. And this is what we talk about on the show. Southern goes, we're the kings of sauce. We're going to try to talk y'all up out of
right.
here, right? We're going to try to get everybody here
hmm
singing, waving their hands. No, didn't even
Not this.
happen.
No.
Nobody even cared.
No.
Alabama State didn't take the bait, did not take the bait at all. They kept doing their thing with an up-tempo song. Came back fast as hell. Like, you just talked about that. They didn't play their game at all. Southern
Nope.
was expecting them to come back with a ballad to be like, now y'all are on our wave.
No.
No. Alabama State
No.
playing the
You
game
don't
of
run this,
here.
Southern. You don't run this.
You don't run this. And that's I'm glad. Man, this is why we do this podcast. I'm glad y'all felt the same energy I was. I'm like, this band is showing them we don't care about your legacy, fam. We don't care about, y'all was on the tier. No, we don't
hmm
care. And
No. No.
so I feel like after Alabama State plays the up tempo from Southern's ballad, Southern plays another ballad, trying to get the crowd. I'm like, what are y'all doing? They play Fiendin' by
hmm
Jodeci, right? I put trying to get there, trying to I said Southern's trying to get in their bag because they know ASU can't sauce it like them, right? I put Alabama State's response was so much better. All the stuff we talk about, they have emotional ups and downs. They oh man, the song
Goodness.
was called Spend It. This is my favorite song of the week. Spend It by Alabama State. I mean, just did a great job. And that song really showed me, okay, Alabama State is in another level compared to this band right here. And they're really taking it. What you got?
Man, look, you're not saying everything I'm saying.
Yeah.
You about the battle up until that point. I had stopped. I usually do not read comments, man. I try to forego the whole thing, and I'm getting like to the fourth round. I'm like, am I am I tripping?
Are we at the
Like,
end of
am
the
I?
battle?
Yeah, like, am I tripping? So I go, and it's like the first comment I see is like I came to the comments to see if I was tripping. So that was
Yeah. You
everybody's.
like
And I'm watching
you
this
like,
on
is this
Human
all y'all
Jukebox
got?
Media,
Yeah.
man.
Is this all
I'm
y'all got?
like,
Like, what else? Well, it has to be a part two to this.
because I felt as though coming into it, like I said before, they were trying to ride the wave, be really grand and big, and have those moments. But this Southern band doesn't really capture people emotionally.
Mm,
They don't have that to bring people in. And I'm sitting here trying to wonder. I don't know exactly what it is, man. People saying first week, man, Southern back. This the new Southern's back. Now it's like, oh my God, what happened to Southern? I'm not even gonna even speak life into the hammer thing that people talk about.
yeah, that's
Let's just talk about band, right?
mm-hmm,
And I'm gonna speak a little bit of just about what people enjoy from Southern that they not getting. Southern typically has a very, very strong high brass section. They
mm-hmm,
just do not have that this year.
right,
It's just not there. That's not what was coming out of the band program this year.
mm-hmm,
So those wow moments that you typically get from the high brass, the euphonium was kind of going crazy, but it's one of those things where it's always on top of the band, so your ears go blind to it,
right,
and they just have to play clean because they sit on top of everything. They mess up the whole songs avoid.
right,
It's
right,
not blending together to create um a lot of dynamic feel and contrast, and then sometimes it can begin to get repetitive
mm-hmm,
coming into it, predicting, okay, Southern's gonna go like this.
right,
And when you have an Alabama State that is very hungry with very good song selection,
mm-hmm,
you have like the 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 energy of the aggressiveness, the want to, the being on attack mode that we love from Southern, we just did not get.
right. Yeah,
It just seems like they don't have that at home.
yeah. It seemed like it seemed like this lost. And I would think that it would kick in just for the students seeing that this band is like hungry, bro. This band is trying to take it in y'all stadium. Let's get to these comments. Roger says, I expected Southern to come out swinging only because folks have already been talking about them this season. But like they have their shut up, we're still them moment. And I thought, me too. I thought they were still like this in this battle. This is supposed to be the sit down Bama State. We're Southern. Don't play with us. We're the kings of this. And they didn't have that moment. They actually like it reversed in that moment. Roddy says, so that was worse than the 2 L's that they got from Jackson State in 2023. What you think?
Yeah, and as far as the first one, yeah, as far as the one at the game, yeah, it was just very clear that Alabama State was taking it, and then the energy that we was getting from the Southern band, we weren't getting that competitive spirit.
Right.
That's really what I feel, just off of pure energy. I left that fifth, and I was like, man, let me just watch something from before Hamer year. Make sure people I'm not getting absorbed into all the
Mhm.
Hamer comments and all that type of stuff.
Right.
I went and watched them like '07. I'm like, oh yeah, these are two different animals, just mentality wise. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
see how during the tuba breaks, how people acting, how the students are, the attitude towards the songs, even the attitude toward things like ballads, completely different, man.
Right.
So
Right.
what I would want to see from Southern for the rest of this season. Give me something to identify with from you.
Mm-hmm.
Give because I'm willing to put my Southern is not what Southern used to be before expectations to the side.
Mm-hmm.
However, the competition this year is so high that being clean and having a good sound consistently will not get you a dub every battle. It just won't.
That's what we've been saying. We've been saying this for years, man. We've been saying, and I'm so glad that this year right now is like coming to a point because we've been saying this. What else? Like, what else can you give me? And Southern knew that because when you're at the top like that, it can't just be we're good, we're clean is expected. So the fact that they're coming back, and even after that song I said that Alabama State played called "Spend It," they came back with a song with clear mistakes. I'm like in the trumpet section stuff like that. So I'm like, this is not what we're used to seeing from Southern. So that's just not good enough. You can't fly by on your word or whatever because these bands are hungry. Also, Bama ended it with "What Did I Miss" from their. I think Southern played something else after that, but it was also a great job. I mean, they did. I mean, the play calling, the song selection. I mean, the attitude, the energy was all in favor of Alabama State. And I mean, this is constantly put in my mind like, yo, we're in a different age of band. These upsets, the throne is not really the throne anymore. All right, so that's all I got for for this battle. You have anything else, or we move on to predictions for next week?
Man, we can move on. This battle gonna be one of them ones. If you march to Alabama State this year and you showing people clips with, yeah, man, we cranked on Southern back in 25 out the gate, man.
Right out
Oh,
the gate. But I mean, but it's just like how we talked about, last season with the NIL. It's like college football with the NIL. Like these bands are beefing up, and your old D1 like Alabama, it's not gonna be the same, man. Everybody's on a level playing field, and what really helped is the internet, social media. Like a lot of these people, you get to see the culture of your school a little bit more vividly with social media. You know what I'm saying? Normally we used to seeing like bands like bigger bands like Southern, Jackson State, Ante, these type of bands. But now social media allows these bands to tell their own story through their own page, through their own whatever. So you get to really see the mindset of the band. And if that attracts you and you're close to the school,
man,
might
come
as
on
well go,
now.
might as well audition,
Right?
might as well.
Staying with that, like, who do you think, if we're looking at the band atmosphere right now, right? And who do you think that this Southern band is attracting to that program?
Mm,
What type of musicians, what type of
wow. I
attitudes
mean,
do you think?
I'll tell you what, it's not what they're not attractive. I mean, but they still have, again, going off legacy, they still have this, they're still one of the top bands in the but I don't know. Who do you think that they're attracting? Who do you think?
It's it's different because I
Roddy
don't
says
think like
JSU, they're
this
attracting
this
JSU rejects.
this I don't get this the same like feeling of the rawness. Cause if I'm just like a real like raw bandhead type of person, but I still want to sound good, I'm like shoot, I might go to Bama State, I might go to JSU.
I, I
Texas
might go to
Southern is
I might go
there.
to Valley. I might go to Valley. I might go to, A&M. It's like it's not just
Right.
these. Hey man, evil playing field we have now, and this is what makes the band culture so great because anybody can get it on any Saturday. Roger says Jackson had a couple songs go under the radar this past weekend. Oh yeah, Another Star and Careless Whisper was great. Pruitt
Yeah.
taking them to a whole nother level. That's so true. I mean, and that's another thing too. Like Careless Whisper is a song that bands have played all the time, but
Mm-hmm.
Jackson now has this aura around them that they'll play. Like Careless Whisper is a band song that Southern's play, and so many people have
Mm-hmm.
played the song, but they have this aura, that same kind of aura that Southern had, which is like you just want to hear them play it. Now I
Mm-hmm.
just want to hear y'all play. I know how the song sounds. I know it's but now I just want to hear y'all play it, and it goes viral. You know what I'm saying? It goes, it's making its rounds just because it's Jackson playing well and doing their own thing. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man, I'm excited,
The
man. I'm excited for this season.
aura around Jackson's crazy this year, man. And
Crazy.
shout out to Travis Pruitt because that's like to me, Mr. Orr himself, bro. It's
Yep.
something different when he in front of any band. It's
Mm-hmm.
countless years where I've I've seen him in front of Jackson. He'd come in like mid season, the band just transform. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Or even
Right.
or even we'll have MAB, and I'm like, man, they don't have the numbers in the plan to compete with like New Orleans, and they come out with a dub. I'm just like, yo, how they
Right.
the X factor, man? They call it the equalizer.
Right. Right.
Shout
And
out
that
to
just
him.
goes. So we talked about that last season, as far as your staff being dialed in mentally. and that's always a great hire. So shout out to him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'll be honest with you. I didn't check out the Battle of the Legions. I saw it live. Like I was watching
Yeah.
live. Shout out to Showtime Web. He had the live. But this is, I mean, another battle to showcasing all these people. Look at the people who was at this battle: Alabama State, Alabama A&M, Talladega, Virginia Union, which is great job for Virginia Union. Taking that trip to get some recruits, I'm sure. Alcorn,
Mm-hmm.
Mississippi Valley, Central State, and Miles College. Yeah, like I said, I didn't watch any clips. We're gonna talk about, of course, all these bands throughout the season. But
Yeah.
again, a great showing, band renaissance. It's so many battles that we can't keep up with all of them, but we're gonna make sure we get the right ones and talk about them. So let's get into some next week's predictions. Now you know how we do with predictions. We're gonna say the two bands that are matching up, and just if you're in the chat or just us, we're gonna say who we think is gonna win, just based off of what we know about band. So let's start. This week, Elizabeth City State versus Hampton.
Mm.
I
I
haven't seen either
thought
one
they
of these
had
bands this year.
they played this past weekend. They played
Yeah.
this past weekend.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go with Hampton, just based off of legacy. Who you got?
I was saying they played this past Saturday. They've already played. I believe so.
Who Hampton?
Hampton and
Did
Elizabeth
you check
City.
them out?
I didn't see no I seen the field show. I didn't see no fifth clips, and they did a drumline
Okay, my
battle.
fault. I don't know why I keep doing. Why do I keep doing that? Sorry, that was last week. I keep. Oh, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's all good.
Okay. Here we go. Now here's this week's game. Bethune-Cookman versus South Carolina State. Bethune, where's Bethune at, bro? I haven't seen Bethune in the last 2-3 years. I need Bethune to really step it up, man. As far as
Dang
putting
it,
themselves out
Bethune.
there. I know they're huge. You said what?
I said, dang it, Bethune, man, because we were on Bethune, man. Y'all didn't. Bethune said,
Yeah.
we're not going to take the slander anymore. We're going to disappear from the band.
We're
We're
gonna
tired of
disappear.
y'all.
All right. So I mean, of course, we're going Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah, I go
South Carolina
Bethune.
State too. I need to see something good out of South Carolina State, man. Last year they were not that bad versus A&T. I need to really see them like step it up this year and really take some battles. Miles at Alabama State. Miles, you about to take an L, boy. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Because look, we talked about them last week with Virginia Union and how it was close and it wasn't too far off. Of course, we think Miles got a dub, but this gonna be a battle for Miles. What you think?
Yeah, I got Bama State, bro. I got Bama State.
All right, Bowie State and Delaware State. Bowie State and Delaware State. Go Delaware State.
I might go Delaware State too, man. Yeah, we'll go Delaware.
Okay. Albany and FAMU.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I go FAMU, but that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm going FAMU too. Kentucky State at Grambling.
I'll go Grambling.
Now Grambling just got all the oral points at Ohio State, so Grambling's feeling themselves. We talked about that at the beginning of the show, going to a PWI because Ohio State was glazing them crazy, boys. So shout out to Grambling. So maybe Grambling come and take that energy with you and straight crush Kentucky State. That should be y'all goal going into this week, and it's at Grambling. You guys, come on now. Hampton at North Carolina A&T. Okay, because I think I'm going to this game. A&T, this shit, bro. And if I pull up, do not disappoint me, man. I do not want to see Hampton feel like they, won at all. But of course, I'm gonna go with A&T. A&T's more battle tested.
I go A&T.
A&T did really well against Tennessee State. They did good against Tennessee State. They've been traveling a lot. I think this is one of their first weeks. I don't know if they were at USF or UCF that they just played. By the way, UCF, the PWI that they played put like 63 on them, like something crazy.
Goodness.
So I hope the check clear because that was an ass whooping they got from the football team. Benedict versus Central State. Benedict.
I go Benedict. I think, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Goodness.
Um, okay, Elizabeth City and Johnson C. Smith.
Oh, Elizabeth City.
I'm going Liz. North Carolina Central versus Fayetteville State. Going Central. Central's battle tested. You
Central.
know,
Central.
they
Central.
are they play Southern.
Central. Yeah.
And last, or not last, but
Yeah.
the last one on this list is Lincoln versus Winston-Salem State. I'm gonna go
What's
Lincoln.
his name?
I don't like. We talked
You?
about Winston. I know you like Winston. We talked about that last week. I'm not a big
Yeah.
fan of Winston this year. Um, Roger said, "What happened to the Morehouse Glazing?" Uh, I mean, she's talking to you for sure. I was not a big Morehouse Glazing. That was all you.
Shout out
Um,
to Morehouse, bro.
okay, yeah, he said that because this week, Morehouse versus Howard. What's up with all these bands, all these games with the bands are both bands are like lackluster. I'm sorry, man. I'm not going to a Morehouse Howard game because the bands ain't that good. I'm sorry. You have to really be a fan of HBCU culture and just to really go to the bands. You're not going for the band. You know, I'm just keeping it hot. And we have Alabama A&M versus Tennessee State. This should be really good.
Oh goodness. A and
Who you
M.
got?
A and M.
I
A
don't
and M.
know. I don't even
You
know.
don't know
I think
what?
I'm gonna go with
After
A&M too. And
we're gonna call this a
Tennessee
down
State
for Tennessee
let
State.
A&T play around with them a little too much.
Yes.
Yeah. Tuskegee
Just-
versus Jackson State. I'm going Tuskegee, goddamn it. Tuskegee, let me see what you got. This about to be crazy. This about to be a crazy
uh,
battle. Shout out to
oh
Jackson
yeah.
State, get to play around with Tuskegee. That should be a fun time.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, guys, we want to remind you guys that the Capital Battle of the Bands in Washington, D.C. is coming on the 28th of this month in Washington, D.C. I mean, great lineups. We got A&T, Howard, Morgan State, Norfolk State, Virginia State, Virginia Union, Bowie. This is going to be a great battle. We're going to be there broadcasting. You come up and see us, talk band with us, you know. Also,
Yeah.
look, and you know, we have that coming up. But also this week, am I right? Let me make sure I'm right. Yeah. Also this week, there's the Battle for the South in Columbia, South Carolina. And I want to get your opinion on who you think is going to come out of this with a dub. South Carolina State. Yeah, Trump letting that happen. That's hilarious. It's South Carolina State, Virginia State, Winston-Salem, Bethune, coming out of the shadows, Benedict, Savannah State, and Fayetteville State. Let's try to say it again. South Carolina State, Virginia State, Winston, Bethune, Benedict, Savannah State, and Fayetteville State. Who is going to come out of this battle as the big dog?
Bethune gonna take the field. I'm gonna give the stands to Virginia State.
Virginia State. Yeah, man. Yo, Virginia State, man. Yo, Virginia State, yo, this is the perfect time to really get your recruits up. Like if you go to this battle and you really go crazy in the stands, even on the field too, because you know Bethune, like you said, Bethune's gonna take the field. Just off of pure numbers, they're gonna look good, they're gonna sound good. But Virginia State, this is your battle to win. Now, South Carolina State, you at home. Don't let these bands come and punk you, bro. You and Benedict.
Oh yeah.
All right. But yes, that's next Saturday. Man, we have a lot of great battles, a lot of great things to talk about this week, man. But let's go back to our topic as we wrap it up for this week, man. Pressure of the throne. Yo, is your band program, are they getting kicked off their throne because they're just not putting in the work? They're not seeing all of this. They're not seeing the state of HBCU bands around them. That, hey, man, this is a different time. The band Renaissance 2025, every band is big. You can't just be over clean. What else you got for them? You know what I'm saying? Like, what else are you going to do? Are you moving us emotionally? Are you thinking? Are you play calling well? All right. And that's what we're seeing this year. All right. Legacy check. Legacy check.
If I'm in band now, I'm never telling my students that we just sitting at the top and everybody trying to know. We are trying to get it from everybody every week.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And that's exactly what these battles and stuff is for, man. You got to come in and you got to put, because we don't see other than the games, especially like this battle in South Carolina, right? A lot of these bands may not see each other. That's another thing too. You got to leave a good impression for your band program with these bands. Like take a Virginia Union, went all the way down there to with Miles and these type of bands. They don't really see that type of band, a lot. So you really got to put on. And in this year, we're really getting a lot of great content, a lot of great musicianship from a lot of these bands. like I said, great era for HBCU band culture. This is amazing, man. I'm so excited
It's
for the
it's
podcast, for
ridiculous.
everything, just because we're really getting good matchups, good battles, good things to talk about. Of course, there's going to be some negative stuff. There's going to be some, joking about small things. But like we said earlier, man, that's a part of HBCU culture, and we're built for it. All right. So,
Mhm.
anything else, man, to wrap up this week? I mean, great week. I'm excited to see next week.
Man, I think that's it. That's it, man. That's all. Shout out to all the programs that perform. Shout out to everybody that's performing next week. Stop skating, stay in school, all that good stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. Stay in school, guys. Look, we love band, but in order for you to be in the band, you got to be in school. All right. So we love you
for
guys.
most programs.
All right. Some people was going to the community college down the street.
Right.
We appreciate you guys. First of all, you have to follow FaceOff Media Entertainment on all social media at It's a Face Off. We appreciate you guys again, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace out, yo.
Peace.